Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Here's a good Halloween trick. Buy a bunch of Reese's. There you go. Turn off all the lights in your house. Yeah. And then you just don't answer the door. Not sorry, Reese's. Here's a good Halloween trick. Buy a bunch of Reese's. There you go. Turn off all the lights in your house. Yeah. And then you just don't answer the door. Not sorry, Reese's.
He's up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Carr. Flushed out right. A strong running. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Carr. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a 1st-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that, the rookie gets his 1st interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays an offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his 1st career interception. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Go here. 22.
And Charles, this infraction is going to be against offense, false start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try. Out of the gun, snap. Looking for Tate Septic. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard. He was brought down by Devon Kennard. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, here's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Throwing his car on third down. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They convert on third with a gain of 22. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
6-18.
To throw again. Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Carr going for it all. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying, even though they weren't successful.
To the field goal, here's Tavecchio. It away. This is fielded at the goal line. They find some open field here. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. These guys are in for 6. And the Lions are in for 6. Prater on to add the extra point. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is now 14-10. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
McConnell's got it over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Carr now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Richard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 2nd down. Carr, he's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
To throw on 3rd down. Carr. A bullet throw, but incomplete. In this first half of play. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Back deep for the Lions. It's Golden Tate. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, just interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. Take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Hey, takes 2 right there.
Now Stafford hands to Abdullah. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Set. 180.
On 3rd down, Stafford. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken from just nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt since have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Spot, great opportunity to run your full play. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, Carr flushed out right, and an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first. Now on 1st down, looking for the end zone. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds there. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go on 2nd and 10.
29.
Carl try it again on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now they'll take offensively. After the 2nd down play, they time out, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Tavecchio puts this one through. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Tavecchio now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as they're signaled for and taken. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Hey, go here.
They go back to Abdullah on first. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, watch that. Check flight 54. Hey.
They'll run here. Abdullah. And he's got touchdown yardage before being taken down at midfield. He needed a yard. That's what he gets. Going to earn him a down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And it's 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second.
50.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. First possession of the 3rd. An interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And here's Marshall. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. First carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now they'll throw with Carr. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he'll lose yardage on 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of the breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their backpack.
You have to keep abreast of what you're doing. You lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
Yeah, 4 down, tactic for 3.
They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. And he was able to shed the tag. Reserves job. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
21. Set. Lady.
This looks like a free play for Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
32.
Following the penalty, Abdullah. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
Pose a question, answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big run game, no gain.
Justin Ellis in on the stop.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Lady. Hey, red. Let's go, Pete. Middle.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. So out come the Raiders. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have, without letting panic play.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Richard. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got the hook up with Conley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup of 28 yards. On 1st down, Carr looking for Perriman there. He's got him. Oh, what a juke into space. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 that time, and a 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
6-18.
Throwing again. Carr finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Into the red zone. It's Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
6-18. 24.
Carr to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Derek Carr, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening week. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here.
808. Down. 180.
Carr now to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. To Vecchio now to kick this one away. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes just out and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first, it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Give him 30 yards there.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Hey, tag 50 left. Set. Waiting.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
10, 10. 11, 11. Set. Waiting. Stay 50, stay 50. Running hard.
On second down, here's Stafford. Going for the deep ball. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
Hey, 58 is down.
To throw on Stafford. He's good down. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's full.
This continuing to contest everything that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back to the field. Well, some good games around the league here early in week one, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a first. The handoff running left to Shard. A little yardage here, back to his own 18. That's going to go as of two, and it'll be second down.
But Brandon, pace comes now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a pace.
I am speechless. I am without. And the Lions pressure on. Down he goes.
What I'm looking for, how this drive just started.
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack down. Now they got to come up with something third.
On I guess it's a rocket pulled in by Cooper. And he's able to get up 26. It's a 15-yard pickup to a fourth down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play. This stage of the game as well. You don't need it here because you do pushing, and you count on your D to make it stand.
Averaging just under yards a punt as he gets this away. Now it's Tate. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. On first down, Abdullah. And that one blown up quickly. A stop before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run it down. And nothing. Immediately to the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd coming up. Possibly a turning point. Big coming. This is 3rd and long. Now a play fake it at Stafford. He's going to get it with the 15. Touchdown. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And they'll have taken the lead here in quarter. Lions up to go. They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. Spins by. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. He's set to kick it away. The Raiders offense trot back out. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to do that again?
Let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and tangible. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then it has the advantage.
Now on first down. To his right. Good for his running back, and he's got it. He worked this well up across the 45. 23 yards on the play. But he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. Said it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, Carr. Now they set up the that's complete. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. 32 that time.
There will always be a place for pushing the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like half it plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Inside the red zone, look to throw. Flushed out right, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Quick, but well, that went right out. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Now Carr after the incomplete pass in 10. To throw again. Carr. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the foot and turnover there as his guys get the football back. A number earlier today. Might top all of those. It's been a dip on 1st and 10. Now a give. And not much there at all at the 16-yard line. Just a first down. It's 2nd and 9. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use one more play before the 2-minute warning. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Abdullah again. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take it to the 2 minutes. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Play far. The crowd getting into it. Come up on a big third down. Again, it's Abdullah. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. And now right out of the 2. We'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Sam Martin now. Terrific so far. This is taken at the 23. And he's going to be right at midfield. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. This is Richard. Oh, twisting away. And then he goes with before getting this inside the 25. A big hitter there. A gain of 26 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It was a big call, big guts. What? That run?
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure, and he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and
Well, he's proven real effective running the foot open. Don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well.
To throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings her down. Complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been on the mark really such.
Yeah, make sure exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off? Just maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He'll look to throw. Caught right side here to the 20. A loss of 3 to up 4th. Things first here, they got to pick up the...
And remember, it is 4th down. Position here. Otherwise,
so on 4th down, out in a big spot here. And out of the line as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to tie things up in the final minute. The kick good. And tie this game here in the final minute of play. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
all locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Going to be aggressive and attack downfield. You still got the 2-minute warning to come up. Or they're going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
With that ball. All their play sequences called. They don't call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up, Mitch, and either spike it and stop the clock or continue field in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now, before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And the rain, now they'll try again from the 25, 2nd and 10. Doing there as he'll get it up to 8. Raiders going to burn their third timeout as the clock's 3 seconds to go in the game.
11. Get away, Get away, That's good. Tack 50. Here we go.
Stafford now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Fourth down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
They're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get overexcited the big first down.
This is taken at about the 14. It wasn't too far from breaking that. A fish, give team. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Looking deep in the of Cooper. That's caught inside the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. So living overtime rules reminded.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. That team receives the ball.
So what game? Here as the kicks away. Offense now back out, set for their first drive here in overtime, and the crowd become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know in overtime, doesn't it? At least because now really wants to and help their team, and that first hit, the whole this team takes it down to a touchdown. It's game over.
It's been loud in here so far, and he'll fight forward 7-yard line. Yards on the pickup. Will be 2nd and 8. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they ask on that play.
Certainly fatigue on both sides of the break. The huddle come to 27-yard line. First throw over Carr. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to keep for Conley. He's got a man. Complete. And he is able to take this way down in Detroit territory. Huge play there in overtime. 62 yards. As all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red. And they'll go with the back here. Fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Onto it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to aim right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this.
637.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his diving for the end zone. Knocked out. And this is scooped up by the left. And a big turnover there. Guys will get the flag. And Mabels, they had a chance inside the red zone, playing in and end it. Now we're going the other.
It's real easy to just look at them and say, what a mistake you made. Defense coming up huge. Let's give them a little bit of credit, keeping their team in the game because if it's down there, it's game over.
Oh, and overtime for Stafford. Roberts got it. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been, but I'll bet from getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
Play faked effort. The ball's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Not a penalty. Why not a penalty?
I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If they're attack, no, them
forces fourth down. Nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards. And the Raiders won't field to work with a takeover. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And so close to hitting pay dirt. Now, how does that affect their this time around?
It's a tester. Sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing. Not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. Just get it out of their minds, let it go.
Short-term memory.
And move series.
The stop for Kane brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
29.
On 2nd down, he's got this one complete to Pam. This one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 4. It'll be a loss, and that's to a 3rd and 11. Working far. He can run for it, and he will. And now the ball's out. And the Lions, and a costly mistake. Coaches talk ball security in an overtime so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much? It doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, overemphasized it here. Almost became self-fulfilling.
3 points beat for a touchdown now. A handoff to Abdullah. And able to stay on his feet past the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup and the 2nd.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to a down that's on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays. Love watching confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency break.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
So that will be it. And how about that to start a season, Charles? Both teams 0-0-1.
That again?
Yeah, 0-0-1.
Not what you expect to see when you look at the box scores, right? When you look at the standings after a game like that. And do you really think they will? offseason to come in week 1 and leave with a tie?
No, I don't, but hey, I can 0-1-0.
Good point.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hard work, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL. For more, Twitter at EA Madden NFL. And we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.
Have an all-white rank. Couldn't hit if had ain't. Lanes can't call and you lame. You had it, then you lost it, all the shine. I can buy a Billy, don't talk to me. For a show 150, don't talk. You ain't
Here's a good Halloween trick. Buy a bunch of Reese's. There you go. Turn off all the lights in your house. Yeah. And then just don't answer the door. Not sorry, Reese's.